Hi, my name's Matthew Blackman. I'm going to be talking about German culture and how it relates to business. The purpose for this presentation is to educate our business with the German culture because we are planning to expand and open a branch in Germany, and we want to consolidate all of what we've learned about their culture into a report so that we can educate our employees so they know how to act and go about doing business to avoid offending anyone by not showing the proper business etiquette. 6 sections of the German culture that we're going to be talking about are social customs, family life, attitudes, religions, education, and values. With social customs, first impressions are very important, and greeting somebody for the first time will be part of that first impression. So we need to make sure that our employees know how to greet people right. Firm handshake by meeting somebody in the eye and shaking their hands is proper greeting, just like America. But with women and men to a woman, if they get familiar, then a light hug or a kiss on the cheek can be proper. But they need to make sure that they're familiar with the person first, and a handshake until then. Don't just walk in. They don't like an open door policy. They're formal, so we need to make sure that if you're entering somebody's workspace or office, you don't just walk in and you knock first. They also like to have written messages, and any spoken communication, have a written documentation of that. With gift giving, if you're invited to somebody's house, which will not happen very often, they usually keep their house separate from their business. If you are invited, take a gift. Gift will usually include chocolates, flowers, or wines. If you take flowers, make sure that they're tea roses or yellow roses, because certain flowers have certain connotations and you don't want to give somebody a romantic flower for business. With wines, usually an imported wine, because bringing a German wine seems to have be improper. Usually their business entertaining comes during the lunch hour. They don't like business dinners, and so if you're to invite somebody out for a business meal, make it lunch. With family life, they value family, just like Americans. They usually keep it apart from business. One part that affects business is they usually all eat lunch together. Business is shut down from noon to 1 or 2, and so will schools, and family will all go home to eat lunch together. It's the big meal of the day, like America's supper or dinner. Usually families have 1 or 2 kids, and there's a growing non-traditional family life where the adults are not married but they live together, but that's still not nearly as common as married couples. With German attitudes, they value honesty, and they're suspicious of any offers that are too good to be true or hyperboles. So anytime that an employee is talking to someone that they're trying to do business with, make sure that they're just telling it how it is and not trying to fluff it up. They're also very direct, and they're low context, so their communication is usually all through their spoken words, and they say what they mean. They don't like emotional displays in public, and so they also value punctuality and being on time. With religions, there are 3 major religions: Protestant, Roman Catholic, and Muslim. Protestants and Roman Catholics share more of the population than Muslims, and they usually keep it separate from business. So unless somebody brings it up with you, don't bring up religion in the workplace. With education, it's different from America. I have a public school, but it's only from ages 6 to 14, and at age 10 they go 1 of 4 directions, and that'll decide the rest of their education path. They'll end up in either a technical or a university, technical school or university. They usually focus on the technical school and learning how to do stuff inside of the services side like Americans tend to focus on lately. This shows in their business because their economy is usually production based, and those factories are focused on technical and run by technical people who came from the technical field. With values, they value preserving the environment. They have a dense population, and so that is something that most countries with a dense population has to worry about. Their economy is usually production based, and so factories produce a lot of pollution. They also have several roads that do not have speed limits, and they like performance cars, and so their roads tend to produce more pollution than other roads. They also value planning, keeping a strict schedule, and allocating their time to get the best use of it. They have strict authority, and they like to know where they rank towards someone else, so they can show proper deference. So my recommendations would be to proceed with expansion into Germany and open the branch, but to make sure our employees are educated properly about the culture, and any time that they're going to be in a setting interacting with other people, they need to think first about how they should act, what etiquette they should show, and if they're not sure of what they should do, they should consult someone who's familiar, maybe hire a translator for our company to show any meetings, and also to give us advice. And they need to make sure that they just compose themselves that would represent our company in the best way. And that would be my recommendations. Thank you.